Hello friends, welcome to another weekly top-down analysis video on the gold and GJ. So as usual, we will start our analysis with the gold monthly time frame, and then we will basically go down to lower time frames, weekly, daily, 4-hour and 30 minutes time frame. On the 30 minutes also we will discuss about some scalping and intraday setups as well. So without wasting any time, let's get started. So right now we are on the gold monthly time frame, and as we can see on the monthly time frame, we had this level. So basically at one point of time we had this resistance. So basically we had resistance, and finally we broke above and close above this resistance. So we basically created a high, and we can see that the last monthly candle closed bearish, but with a rejection to the downside. So basically two things can happen here. So now, because we have the last monthly candle close bearish, so now there is a probability for the current monthly candle to create a top wick, which you have already created, and continue going to the downside, as we can see, to fill this wick. And then we have support right here, right? This is one probability. On the other side, because we close bearish but respecting this support, and so if this new monthly candle does not break the low of the previous candle and keep going higher and break the high of the previous bearish candle, then there is a very high probability price is going to come up to fill this wick, as we can see here. So these are the two probability that can happen on the monthly time frame. To find out more details what is going to happen, we will go to lower time frames. So let's go to weekly time frame to find more details what is happening on the weekly time frame. And gold on the monthly time frame, we can see that we have a resistance right here, and at the same time we have a support. So basically we can see that the price is currently ranging between this resistance and this support. So we can see the last weekly candle closed bullish, but with the rejections from the upside. So we have a resistance, we have a support, and right now we just need a breakout either to the upside. So if we get a breakout to the upside, basically get a weekly candle close above this resistance, so we can see we have a clean range on the left hand side. So no, there will be a higher probability for the price to come up and retest this resistance and fill this range on the left hand side. Same thing to the downside. We have this support. If we get the next weekly candle close below this support, the next support is right here. So there will be a higher probability for the price to come down to the next support. That is something we see here. Also, we have a clean range on the left hand side. So that is something visible on the weekly time frames. Now, let's go to daily time frame to find more details what is going to happen on the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, we can see that we have a resistance right here, and if we talk about the support, we have the support right here, right? So now we know that, okay, we basically had a resistance and resistance. So price is not able to close above this resistance. And to the support, we know that we have support here, we have support here, we have support here. So I have marked my support in this area, which is a strong level, because we had resistance, and we have support in this area. So these are the strong levels, and right now this resistance and support. So basically we know if we get a daily candle close above this resistance, the next resistance is right here, and if we break this resistance as well, price is going to go to the next resistance, which is right here. Same thing to the downside. If we get a candle close below this support, we know that we have clean range on the left hand side until this area, which is a strong support. So if we get a candle close below this support, there is a higher probability price is going to go to the next support, which is right here. Also, we have the clean range on the left hand side. Now let's go to a 4-hour time frame to find more details what is happening on the 4-hour time frame. So we are in the 4-hour time frame at the moment, and currently we can see that we have a support right here. So we can see that we have a strong level. It's a support. It's a strong level right here, and right now we have a level in this area as well. Then the next resistance is right here. So let's try to see what are the different levels on the 4-hour time frame. Also, we can see that price basically created a high, we came down, created a support. So now there is a very high probability price is going to come up to retest the resistance, right? So that's on the 4-hour time frame. Now let's go to 30-minute time frame to see what is happening on the 30-minute time frame. Now on the 30-minute time frame, if we mark, so we can see basically uh, we made this big move to the downside, and this is already a strong level because we have multiple, or basically, the price found support multiple times in this area. So this time as well we found support here. Now let's also try to find out where are the immediate levels, where are the immediate support and resistance. So we can see this is a level, right? So we can see this is a strong resistance level, and now we have a 30-minute candle close above this resistance, right? If we try to mark the support, we can also see that this is a support level and the next support level is already marked here, right? So basically the price was ranging here, this resistance and this support, the price ranges in this area for quite some time. And now, as we can see, we already got a candle close above this resistance level. Now we have clean range on the left hand side. So now there is a very high probability for the price to come up and hit this next resistance, which is right into this area. Also, we have our resistance in this area as well. But because we have clean range on the left hand side, so there is a very high probability for the price to continue going to the upside. If we talk about the shorting side or sell, so we can see that this is a strong level, so if we can see, this is a like resistance and a support. So this is a level. So if we get a 30-minute candle close below this level, then we can see we have a clean range on the left hand side. So there will be a higher probability for the price to go down to the next support, which is right here. So that is something I see on the gold on the 30-minute time frame in terms of the buy and sell. Another possibility can be if the price, make a move to the upside, and then we come down to the downside and forms a support. Then again, we have a higher probability for the price to continue up and retest these a new high created by the price. So that is something on the gold 30-minute time frame. Now let's go to our second pair, which is a GJ. Again, GJ, we are going to start with the monthly time frame, and then we will go down to weekly, daily, 4-hour, and 30-minute time frame. Right. So we are going to start with the GJ monthly time frame. So now we are on the GJ monthly time frame, and as we can see that the price is very much bullish on the GJ monthly time frame as we are making higher highs and higher lows. We broke this high, created a new high, so price can continue going up, or we can come down to basically make a pullback, find support, and continue going to the upside. But overall, the market structure is very much bullish on the GJ monthly time frame. Also, let's try to find out what are the levels on the monthly time frame. So we can see that this is a level, and then there was a resistance right here as well. So let's try to see what happened exactly. So we know that at one point of time this was a support, then we got the bearish candle close below the support, and then next monthly candle close back in the range as we discussed already. So now, because this bullish candle closed back into the range, so this move to the downside has become a fake out, and we can see the last monthly candle closed just below this resistance. So if we had closed above the resistance, there would have been a very high probability for the price to go to the next resistance. But we can see that the last monthly candle closed below this resistance. So what can happen right now? So we have few probabilities here that if now one probability is because we close below the resistance. So if we get the next monthly candle close bearish at this resistance, there is a higher probability for the price to go to the next support. And again, if we close below that support, again we have clean range on the left hand side for the price to go to the downside. Now this one is going to be one side. At the same time, if we get basically if the price can also keep going higher, or we can see if we get a candle close above this resistance, then we can see that we have clean range on the left hand side. So there will be a very high probability for the price to go to the next resistance, which is right here. So these are the two possibilities that we can see. But what exactly going to happen? For that, we need to go to the lower time frame. So now let's go to weekly time frame to find out what is happening on the weekly time frame. Weekly time frames also look very much bullish because market structure is bullish. We created a high, we created a higher low, and right now the price around the same high. So basically we can see that the highs are, or you can say we are making higher highs. So we have high, higher high, higher high, and higher high. So the market structure is still bullish on the weekly time frame. Also, now let's try to mark our support and resistance, right? So we have this support, and we have this resistance. So we can see that the last weekly candle closed bearish at this resistance, right? we close bearish at the resistance, but we close with the rejection. So as we can see here, so now the price can still go down. I mean, if we get a strong bearish candle close at this resistance, there is a higher probability for the price to go to the next support. Also, we have clean range here, right? That's one possibility. At the same time, if we get a weekly candle close above this level, which is a strong resistance, then there is a very high probability for the price to go to the next resistance. So these are the two possibilities. Again, to find more details what is going to happen, so we are going to go to the daily time frame to see what will happen on the daily time frame. Now we can see that if we try to mark our levels on the daily time frame, we can see that this is a resistance, and we have this one as a support. Also we can see that, we are basically making a higher highs and higher lows, right? So we created a high, price came down, found support, and right now there is a higher probability for the price to go to the next resistance, which is there. So as we can already see, price came down, found support, and right now we are going to the upside to hit the next resistance. Also, let's try to see more closely. We can see that there is one more level, which is right here, and so we can see that at one point of time we had this resistance, then we got a candle close below this support, and so the price made a move to the downside, finally we found support, and right now the price made a move to the upside, and right now it's a kind of break and retest situation in this area. So if you get a daily candle close above this level, there is a very high probability for the price to go to the next resistance, and again if you get a candle close above this resistance, there is a higher probability for the price to go to the next resistance. So that is something on the daily time frame that we can see. Now let's go to the 4-hour time frame to find out more details what is happening on the 4-hour time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, we can see that we have a level which is a very strong level because the price has retested this level multiple times. So we can see we have support, resistance, 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 and resistance. So price is not able to close above this resistance. Finally, if we get a candle close above this resistance, there is a higher probability for the price to go to the next resistance, which is right into these areas. So that is something on the 4-hour there. At the same time, we also can see that this is also a level, right? We have support, we had resistance, right? So at the same time, if the price can come down, basically make a pullback, find support in this area, then there is a very high probability for the price to go up and retest this high created by the price. And again, as I mentioned, if you get a candle close above this level, there is a very high probability for the price to go to the next resistance, which is right here. So that is something on the 4-hour time frame. Now let's go to 30-minute time frame to see what exactly happening on the 30-minute time frame. So 30-minute, we can see we are currently making higher highs and higher lows. So bullish market structure, we're making higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So basically we have a bullish market structure on the 30-minute time frame. Also, let's try to mark our levels. We have this one as a resistance and this one as a support. So now we know where is the next resistance. The next resistance is right here. So now if we get now let's try to measure this range as well, because here we have a level, and from here to here we have like 17-18 pip, and below this level we have like 30 pips. So yeah, we can look for selling opportunity below this level. So basically what I'm trying to say here, so like this range is not enough to look for trading opportunity. So if you get a candle close above this level, which is a strong level, so there is a very high probability price is going to go to the next resistance, which is right here, right? At the same time, if we get a candle close below this level, we have clean range on the left hand side. So there is a very high probability for the price to go to the next support, which is right here. If you break that support as well, there is a probability or very high probability for the price to go to the next support, which is right here. So that is something I see on the GJ 30-minute time frame. So that's it, guys. This was the analysis on the gold and GJ from monthly to the 30-minute time frame. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you really did like the video, share the video and subscribe to the channel in order to support the channel and YouTube algorithm. Thank you very much. See you in another video.